the Scarecrow. The first time Hank Harding saw them was the day of his wife's funeral. He had lowered her into the ground, wiped the dirt from his hands, and drove back to their farm with an incomparable sadness. But when he stopped the car in front of the small house, he saw a figure, tall and dark amid the rows of wheat. He turned off the car and quickly got out. Someone was in his field. The field him and his wife had laboured over season after season. He was beyond mad. He walked into that wheat field, his fists clenched tightly. The man stood, arms outstretched in the middle of a clearing. Hank looked at him. Something was wrong. The man wasn't a man. His body seemed to be made of black feathers. Hank stepped closer, and suddenly the man exploded outward in a storm of birds. He ducked as the birds flew overhead, and when they finally vanished behind him, Hank looked back and saw that the birds had completely covered the one lonely scarecrow his wife had planted years before. The unusual bird behaviour didn't worry Hank. When his rage subsided, he was left only with sorrow. The days passed, and every so often Hank would look outside his window and see the scarecrow covered in the mass of birds, looking more like a man than the scarecrow ever did. One day, after drinking himself to sleep, he awoke to the sound of clattering, specifically the clattering of typewriter keys. He rushed into their study, where his wife had kept their old Remington typewriter, and there it was, sitting on the desk, and one bird, what looked like a rook, pecking at the keys. "Shoo!" he said, and waved his arms. The rook seemed to look at him, and then flapped its wings and flew through the window, though Hank could have sworn he shut the window. He stepped over to the typewriter and saw that there was one sheet of paper in it, and typed on that paper were these words: "We are the convocation. We are many." He wondered if the bird had typed that for a moment, and then dismissed it as nonsense. It must have been something his wife had typed, some story she was working on. She'd always been telling him crazy stories. Maybe she had decided to write one of them down. He would never know now. He put the typewriter away and got out another bottle of scotch. The next time he woke up, he heard the clattering of the typewriter again. He rushed into the study and observed 3 birds instead of the previous one. 2 of them were pecking at the keys, while one turned to look at him. The one looking at his squawked, and the other 2 stopped their pecking. Then all 3 flew out the window. Hank stepped forward gingerly. How had they brought the typewriter out? He knew he had put it away, but here it was, another piece of paper inside, more words. "Our talons can tear through bone. Our beaks can wear down mountains. Our wings can cover the skies." He looked at it for a long time and crumpled it and threw it away. The next day there was another note. "We are the rock. We are the ziz. We are the angar. We are the anzu." And the next day another note. "We are the relentless motion of the wind. We are the fury of the air. We are many." Hank took another drink as he crumpled this latest note up and threw it on the floor. He looked at the typewriter with unease. He should destroy it, smash it up, tear out all the keys and melt them down. But he just couldn't bring himself to do it. He wondered why the birds were doing this to him, why they were tormenting him like this. He had never gone out of his way to hunt ducks or shoot pheasants. He stumbled into the bathroom and took another drink of whiskey. Then he looked into the mirror and saw himself. His eyes were sunken, and his skin looked leathery. His clothes were dirty and old, and he had slept in them for days. He was so thin now, too. It was his wife that had reminded him to eat. He knew why now. He looked like a scarecrow. He walked outside, dropping the bottle on the ground. He walked through the field of wheat. As he came to the clearing, he spread out his arms, and he waited. He waited to be covered by the birds. A swath of blackness spread across the sky, and Hank smiled.